Well, we're excited, obviously. Very impressed with Coach Griswold and our strength staff and the progress that we made this summer. We've had 3 practices, really, 2 with the veterans and 1 with our newcomers to this point. And just very, very impressed with our mental conditioning and our physical conditioning and the progress that we made. We probably exceeded expectations there. Really feel like that our guys are buying in to the things that we're trying to get done. I feel like that very, very pleased with our coaching staff, and in a very short period of time, how we were able to evaluate and really bring some great young people to our program in our newcomers, which are made up of our recruits, high school recruits, and JC recruits. So very, very impressed last night with the speed and explosive power of the newcomers. And obviously it was a slower and a different setting last night, but felt really good about that. Really like our staff. Really like how our guys are embracing things. So, man, it's just a joy. I love football season. Obviously love doing this. You can tell that I didn't have a very good summer program training my voice. And, I lost 8 pounds yesterday and did not leave. I had to fall asleep on my couch because there was no way I was getting in my car to drive home because my legs were too sore. So I was I wasn't very prepared as far as for camp, but just loved them. And I think we have great synergy right now. I'm just so impressed, so excited where we're at, and man, we're looking forward to each and every day, and just like the synergy and the energy we have, and looking forward to developing this team, because it is about developing a team. So much is written about the physical skills, but man, it's what's in the hearts of the players and those relationships that are critical. And so these guys have really embraced a whole lot of new, different things that we're doing, and can't wait to go to Camp Talazona. Can't wait to look and see all the fans there on that Saturday scrimmage. Can't wait to attempt to climb Mount Cush with the players. So just looking forward to those things. I just very blessed, very lucky to be doing what I'm doing, and very lucky to be doing it with who I'm doing it with. We got great people, from coaches top down, great staff here. It's been a great coming together for the entire Sun Devil family, from the inside out. And so it's a great time. We're excited. We're excited about going and competing for championships. Questions?
Who wants to stress his voice? Brad?
Yeah. You still have the mindset, Todd, that Camp Talazona is where you will name your starting quarterback?
Yeah, I think it's going to be very hard to do it before then. We've kind of changed our format just a little bit from what we normally do. In the future, we'll have probably 6 practices as normal. Then we'll scrimmage. We're going to have a full 9 practices before we scrimmage on the 11th. And then we'll scrimmage. Our second scrimmage will be on the 18th. I just think it's going to be very difficult. I was very pleased with those 3 guys. Obviously, we had them separated, and it was a good evaluation day yesterday. It was an exciting day for those guys, and things are different for them. We're also we're really basic in the spring on them, and they're facing a whole different animal. Yes, today it was a whole different animal for them. So they're seeing a lot of, we're going to see a multitude of looks and pressures and things like that. So I think we'll be able to get that evaluated. I think this week is obviously going to be big. The first scrimmage is going to be huge. I think coming out of the first scrimmage, we got to have it, obviously Coach Norvell, that's his job to do that. I'll work with those guys, and I have my part in it. But we need to come out of the first scrimmage with 2 kind of leaders, and then we need to come out of that camp. I mean, we play here pretty quick. We definitely, that would be the latest that we need to name a starter by then. I don't like it. I'd like to name one today. I'd like to name one last spring. I don't think it's a positive for your team. But I do think that, it's really legitimate. I mean, it's a legitimate competition. I don't know right now in my mind who that's going to be. I've had an idea, and then, we go yesterday, and I kind of, I'm sitting there thinking, well, I think it's kind of these two guys, and then yesterday, the guy that I thought it wasn't had the best day. So that's kind of how it is right now, but it'll all sort itself out in a hurry. And the great thing about our situation is the three guys we have, our players have a tremendous amount of respect for all three of those guys. They're all great character, great leader guys. But the one that's going to play is not going to be the one that has the best physical skills. It's going to be the one that will take care of the ball, manage the offense. That's it. That's how simple it is. Because all three of them have good enough skills to run this offense. And the key for us, if we own the ball, if we don't turn the football over, we're going to score. No doubt in my mind with the people that we have out there. So we can't do that. First day in practice, we turned the ball over 4 times. But it wasn't sit there and play base defense. It was attack them. And so it was different. So that's part of the evaluation process. So that'd be the latest.
Paula?
I'm just going to follow up on that. You addressed it a little bit, but what in these next 2 weeks are you looking at specifically with those guys? They all have similar limitations as far as experience. Is it mostly about taking care of the ball?
Putting them in a game situation, putting them in an adverse situation. So in other words, we're going to script that we're going to call this play that is going to be a bad play. And we're going to see how they respond to that. Do they throw the ball away? Do they take a sack? Do they throw an interception? That's going to be the big evaluation. I really think that our kids, I've talked to you, I spend a lot of time asking our players. I'm like you. I really think that, I can be honest with you, people say, well, no one player is more important than anybody else. I'll tell you, you don't have a quarterback, you're not winning, period. And so I do think our players respect these guys. And we've got a lot of good evaluation out of the spring, and I kind of had a feeling where I was at, and I think Coach Norvell and I were on the same page. But I think that that's the key, is put them in those situations. And we didn't do that in the spring. There was very little pressure put on them in the spring, very little. So we're going to script adversity for them and see how they respond to that. Also, too, it's all about, guys that, we just don't, you can't call the right play all the time. You got to have a guy that can extend plays. I can remember the greatest plays we've had as an offense at Tulsa. We had a great offense in 08. Most of those plays, a lot of the big plays were plays the quarterback was extending the play and making a play really on his own. In college football, it's too hard. You got to have a guy that can do that. And we're not, people misinterpret. We'll run 2 read zones a game where the quarterback will keep the ball. Now, depending on who's in there, how much we do that stuff will depend on the quarterback. Does that make sense? I really think it's going to depend on that. And I've challenged Coach Norvell in that regard because, potential and looks good, looks the part, do all that stuff. You got to throw all that out. You got to. If we don't turn the football over, that's the key to being successful. We're putting on a whole new scheme on offense, defense, special teams, and these guys are really picking it up fast. It's been a good. They're ahead of where I thought we would be. But if you turn the football over, that's what's going to happen to us early. You're going to take care of it or you're not, and that's going to determine whether you win or you don't. And we have to win early because every single day we're going to be getting better. So if we can have success early, that's going to be the key. So we got to have the quarterback in there that's just going to take the ball and say, hey, bad play, throw it away, pull it down, run. Don't try to, with all the right intentions, try to make something happen. So that's the big thing.
Doug?
Todd, just with the ball security, what are some of the ways that you have kind of driven that point home? I see the guys carrying footballs around all the time. It seems like that's just a constant thing.
Our guys sleep with the ball. They carry it around everywhere. I just think it, I talk to them about character and who we are and all those things. We have one mission. I come in there, we're developing all those things. That's through training in the summer program, spring and all that. Now when we come into the fall, we have one mission as a football team right now. One mission. Own the football. That's it. We want to get the ball in defense, get the ball back for our offense, period. And our guys are having fun. That's what I kind of, I went out there today and, you never know really how these guys are going to be able to pick up some of the things. And some of the things, if you watch practice during the team session, there's some of the things that are a little bit complicated these guys like they like it, and I've got some guys that can pick it up. So, and we got some explosive guys. So I've been excited about what our potential is defensively. But that's the biggest challenge. That's where the big learning curve is defensively. You know, and then, you know, on offense, man, it's just so critical that and so we're spending all the time, every day at the end of the practice, all I have to talk about our players is one thing. How do we take care of the ball on offense? How do we attack the ball on defense? Special teams, do we own the ball? Do we get the ball? So that's kind of, I know that sounds very simple, but I'm very simple-minded when it comes to that. And, you know, that's all we emphasized. In practice number 1, we turned it over 4 times. So that's not good. Now, who didn't turn it over? That's the ones catching my eye, because that's going to be the key. So we spend a lot of time with that. Obviously, we have our players in every meeting. They have their ball with them. They have their name on it. They carry it on the shuttle on the way over to practice. They carry it. If we have one of our linemen can strip it away from them and get it, then they get rewarded. Yeah, they sure do. And not just all about emphasis. You know, just emphasis. I know it sounds. I just think you get what you emphasize. And, you know, you have too many people, we're going to be the #1 offense, we're going to have all these stats. I don't care about stats. I just want to take care of the football. We take care of the football, then I believe we're going to win.
What's the reward?
I'll just keep that between me.
Tim over here.
Something with food. How about that? They like food.
Yeah.
Coach, clearly a new regime, new system, trying to build a program, install attitudes, takes patience and time. But at the same time, as you know, in 2012, you're expected to win now and win every time you take the field. Can you talk about managing those expectations and the dynamic between trying to build something here, but having to do it right away?
You know, I actually, the words that you just said, I think I heard them from, you know, our staff members throughout spring. And I've actually, you're the first one that's uttered that in this building this year, because we don't even say that. I think that that's a complete cop-out. I mean, I don't think that, obviously we're in some big-time recruiting battles right now. Kids want to go to a big-time program. I'm just being honest. You know, if I sat here and said, well, it's just going to take time. You know, I don't think they want to hear that. And I really don't think that's the reality of it. And I just can't, that's just not in my mindset to approach things that way. You know, I just believe you're going to get what you expect. You know, and is it going to be easy? No. Are we going to face a lot of adversity? Yes. Can we win a championship this first year? Yes, we can. That's what our mission's going to be. And if we lead the Pac-12 in taking care of the ball, and we lead the Pac-12 in takeaways, then we'll win the league. So that's what we're focused on. So I just don't believe that success breeds success. I didn't take this job thinking you couldn't win in the first year. So I'm just being honest with you. I like that. I like to compete. I like that. You know, and I'm not saying that they're, you know, I remember my first job. If you'd asked me that question, my first job, I'd have said the same thing. Came here to win championships. Team was 1-11 the year before. We came out, we lost the first 4 in a row. And everybody says, oh man, what do you think about what you said then now? You know, we just keep our head down, keep working, won 7 the next 8. And, you know, went to a bowl game. You know, I don't really want to go just to a bowl game. I want to win a championship. I think Cameron Marshall deserves that from this program. I think these kids deserve it. How in the world can I ask them to do all the things I'm asking them to do? And I'm telling you, if you're around here, you know, the expectations of what we expect from them in the classroom, we improved our class attendance 78%. We raised our GPA from 2.2 a spring ago to 2.56. Everything you do, total accountability, from your language to you know, how you interact socially. And not really we're just doing the minimum. Every person in this program does community service, and you haven't heard anything about it. Because that's just what we don't want to do it that way. So, you know, how can I have the highest expectations on these players and ask them to do anything except win every day, win every game? I don't know how to function any other way than to go and win. I'm not making outlandish statements. We got picked 5th in the league. When we won the conference championship, last one I won, we were picked 9th. So, I mean, I've been picked first twice and got runner-up. So that's why I don't really look at all that stuff. Do we have the talent? Yes, we do. Are we thin? Yes, we are. Do we have to stay healthy? Yes, we do. Do we have to do a great job of coaching? Yes, we do. We have to come together in a hurry. Is everything new? Yes, those are all excuses. So our program, period, is going to be about winning championships, period. That's what it's going to be about.
When you tell